Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to speak about a study that we did in tertiary care setup in Bengaluru. It's a validation of a deep learning algorithm in optic disc evaluation for glaucoma in a tertiary care eye setup. I have no financial disclosures. So we are all aware that glaucoma is a leading cause of irreversible blindness globally, and an estimated 76 million people are already affected by glaucoma, and by 2040 the glaucoma burden is going to be 112 million. Do you hear me okay, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. The key to preventing blindness here is detecting this condition as early as possible. And once the glaucoma related blindness has occurred, there is no known treatment. We all know this, and patients will almost always go blind if we don't intervene in a timely manner. Typically, in nearly all cases, however, the blindness due to glaucoma is always preventable. This requires glaucoma diagnosis typically requires multiple tests to accurately gauge vision loss if there is any. And these tests require patients to visit a hospital, sometimes far away from the comfort of their homes, and spend a considerable amount of time before arriving at a decision on whether one is a glaucoma suspect or has already developed glaucomatous loss of vision. So what if a single machine or test can provide us a diagnosis or at least serve as a screening, useful screening tool? Test which is fast, technology driven and reliable screening tool in detecting glaucoma or suspect can be a game changer in tackling this silent thief of sight. So we look towards artificial intelligence when we can have a cars that can drive by artificial intelligence. We can certainly try and have a artificial intelligence which can help us in diagnosing this condition. So artificial intelligence is a whole new realm of science and technology. It's not just one technology, but rather a collection of them. AI and other related technologies are increasingly prevalent in business and society, and are beginning to apply to be beginning to be applied in healthcare as well. There are already several research studies suggesting that AI can perform as well, if not better, compared to humans at a key healthcare tasks such as diagnosing a disease. However, for a variety of reasons, now we believe that it will be many years before AI can pose a significant challenge to human counterparts for broad healthcare tasks. But there is a real potential of these technologies to transform many aspects of patient care. Just a brief about artificial intelligence. As I told you, it's a combination of technologies. Machine learning is a more complex form of artificial intelligence, and a more complex form of machine learning is the neural network, and has been used for categorization of applications like determining whether a patient will acquire a particular disease in future. It views the problems in terms of inputs, outputs, and weighs variables or features that associate inputs with outputs. Deep learning is one of the most complex form of machine learning, with many levels of features or variables that predict the outcomes. So the objective of our study was to validate the ability of artificial intelligence based algorithm to detect features of glaucoma, and while we are at it, to compare the time taken by optic disc evaluation between this technology and glaucoma experts. A total of 112 patients were enrolled for the study, and dilated 45 degrees and disc-centered fundus photographs were captured using a portable fundus camera integrated with Netra.ia deep learning algorithm. Time taken for manual assessment and AI processing were noted. The results were obtained by AI compared with that of glaucoma experts, and sensitivity, specificity, and kappa values were derived. So this is a typical 45 degrees centered disc-centered photographs that we took for to process for AI processing. And this is a typical case file where we note down, draw a diagram, we note down disc size and the other features, including disc damage likelihood score. One more such case. Just a brief thing about our the technology that we used. It was developed by 11K Technologies in Singapore, and it identifies the features such as cup and disc identification, cup disc ratio, is in rule violation, disc damage likelihood score. It was trained using 4,370 images. And it is to be noted that all these images were also pre-processed using gamma correction normalization. And this is a typical output of after AI processing. It would give us a segmentation of cup, segmentation of disk area, and vertical CDR, horizontal CDR, and then the neuroretinal rim thickness of each quadrant, and finally disk damage likelihood score. The ground truth was optic nerve head evaluation by two glaucoma experts of more than 10 years of experience of exclusive glaucoma practice on color fundus images for cup disc ratio, isn't evaluation, and disc damage likelihood score. So the average time taken for manual evaluation was 3 minutes and 27 seconds. The AI performance, the values were given by AI were compared to that of ground truth. And the 19 images, 19 of the 224 images that were acquired were not processed by the AI, and these were reviewed again by the experts and considered as not ideal with the poor differentiation of cup disc. So these images were excluded from the analysis. Coming to the analysis, we set a cutoff of cup disc ratio of 0.6 or more, and isn't rule violation, and disc damage likelihood score of stage 4 or more. And then when compared to the ground truth, there were 21 CDR 0.6 or more, 21 false positive results were there, and 9 false negatives. And in isn't rule violation, 16 false positives and 9 false negatives. In DDL, disc damage likelihood score stage 4 or more, there were 28 false positives and 7 false negatives. The sensitivity and specificity across all the features were it was consistently more than 80%, and kappa values were varying from 0.61 to 0.74.
Dr. Harshavardhan, kindly conclude your.
Yes. There are several other studies that took up. There is one study in Japan that shows deep convolution neural networks may be useful tool for detecting glaucoma and glaucoma suspected eyes. Another Thompson et al. Also concluded that deep learning network can be trained to quantify the amount and neuroretinal damage. To conclude, deep learning algorithm is a promising tool in quick and accurate disc assessment. However, further training to increase accuracy and capabilities such as disc size estimation, comparison of both eyes is preferable. It can be an excellent screening test at primary care levels, thereby helping early detection and management of glaucoma. Artificial intelligence may aid glaucoma experts in providing teleophthalmology services at primary care level also. Thank you so much.
Paper is open for discussion, but we have just 1 minute for discussion, not 2 minutes.
A very good study, wonderful presentation. I just have a question, as you have recommended this technology for primary care levels.
Yes, sir.
What is the cost of acquiring this technology, establishing this technology in a primary care center, hardware as well as software?
Sir, we took a fundus photo camera, that's all, and attached to a slit lamp. Actually, this can be as well used as a mobile phone. This one, the Remedio camera, can also be used for this one. And then the AI right now we are just trying to validate the technology, and it has to come to market yet. And the cost will be, I believe, decided later on. But this can be an excellent tool. I mean, we're just trying to validate the this artificial intelligence features.
You have recommended it for primary care level.
Yes, sir.
So what would be the cost benefit ratio at primary care level?
So if we really think about a big picture, I mean, imagine if we really able to detect a glaucoma for a long-term picture, it can be a really good cost benefit ratio.
As we are sitting in a community of ophthalmology session, so we should think about cost benefit ratio. Agreed, you have validated the AI program wonderfully well. You have done the study wonderfully well. But will it be useful to community of ophthalmology, and particularly in our setup, in our country? Will it be cost benefit? Will it be beneficial?
as we go on, the technology is also, it will also become cheaper and cheaper, and even so there is a real chance for that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Harshav.